This is the Anker Soundcore Motion X600 portable speaker, the world's first portable high-fidelity speaker with spatial audio. And I'll tell you straight away, this is a fantastic portable speaker. So I thought I'd come to a swimming pool for the day to have a little bit of a swim and to show you just how good this is as a portable speaker. And this place is... Oh God. Oh! I might have forgot to say, it's completely waterproof. Woo! 3 years ago, I reviewed the Anker Soundcore Mini because it was one of the highest reviewed speakers on Amazon, and I'm pretty certain that it remains that way. Right now, it sits just shy of 100,000 reviews, which is insane. I'll leave a link below to that episode if you want to check it out, but for now, I thought it was about time to try out something a little bit bigger from them to see if the quality is as consistent across the range. But before we get onto the sound, I want to point out that the design is excellent. It's got a really refined elegance that puts its appearance up there with some extremely premium speakers, and it feels like a weighty piece of kit weighing in at nearly 2 kilograms. I just love the swooping aluminium handle that wraps over the top and then down the sides of the simple and minimalistic looking metal grille which covers the speaker setup. Now this consists of 2 woofers and 2 tweeters, and it's certainly got a industrial feel about it whilst retaining a sort of premium aesthetic. Now the controls are all along the top and they're angled towards you as you're using it. Nothing super special here, but they do all have illuminance so you can see them in the dark, and all of them are click buttons. Stop! Oops. Now without actually pressing the buttons this time, they're all under this kind of slightly rubberized top, which means that it's great for the waterproofing. Now, there is something else along this top row here, right in the dead center of the speaker, something that really quite stands out, and it's what would appear to be a secondary speaker grille. And that's exactly what it is. This is an upwards firing driver, which Soundcore are calling their Sky Driver. And this is in addition to the 4 built into the main body of the unit, which takes the total drivers to 5 in the X600, which seems like a crazy amount given that the size is relatively small and portable. Now this upwards firing driver is designed to help create a more full and vibrant soundstage through spatial audio, which is the real party trick of this speaker. And it's also capable of playing high-res audio with LDAC compatibility, so those using Android devices will be able to get the best possible sound. But across all devices, it's safe to say that based on just the paper spec, we can expect some excellent sound quality with this one, like you may have heard just a second ago by accident. But before I tell you about how I feel about the sound quality after spending some time with it, let me skip back to the very first time that I tested it straight out of the box. I've just got my hands on this, the Soundcore Motion X600, and I'm so excited to give this a go. I've been waiting for a little while to try this. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Whoa, do you know what? That is smaller and lighter than I expected it would be. That is a really well-designed product, actually. That looks really sleek. I like that. But we're here to have a listen, so let's get it turned on. Okay.
I hear you breathe that healthy breath. I know it's all of you that I get. 1 bedroom flat, I lock the door and put that photo of her on the floor. Been here for hours, it's getting dark, and we did everything and nothing at all. And I should leave, 'cause this is bad. Your hands make up for the love we don't have.
Ooh. Now what's interesting, this is on really low volume. Let's crank it up a bit.
Down in the abyss with you.
Wow. That's not even full volume. Let's crank it up some more. Wow, I did not expect the level of sound to come out of that thing. Let me try another song though. Let's try something else. That really is a fantastic sound. All I can say is this is going to be in a full review, so we'll see you back in that. So, has my opinion changed? Absolutely not. In fact, I'm even more impressed now than when I tried it initially. Having listened to a bunch of different audio styles over a glass of whiskey or 3, I can say with a degree of certainty that the spatial audio on this is exceptional. It's one of those things that you'll need to hear with your own ears to truly appreciate. The thing is, my demonstration is a recording through a mic that's been churned up through my editing software, compressed, uploaded to YouTube, compressed again, and then streamed to you over 3G at 420p. You just aren't going to get the experience that I'm experiencing here with this speaker, which is truly exceptional. It really does fill the room with a fantastic soundstage, despite being relatively compact. And this in its own right is extremely impressive. What you heard a few moments ago was music played with the bass boost and spatial audio on. So what I'd like to do now is play a song for you and turn these functions off and on so you can hear the difference at home. I know it'll be a little bit difficult given the fact we're recording all the audio in here and it's doing all the compression stuff, but hopefully you'll be able to hear the difference when I turn these functions off. Okay, bass boost off. It does drop. Bass boost on. You can feel it in the desk. Okay, spatial audio is on. I turn it off. That makes such a big difference. That's unreal. It's so much more directional. It doesn't sound anywhere near as good. I love the spatial audio on this thing. Let's give it a second. Let it carry on. Let's turn on that spatial again. Ready? The difference is unbelievable. Spatial off. Spatial on. Hopefully you can hear from that the difference that that makes. I think the bass boost is more subtle, but the spatial audio makes a massive difference. And I actually love the sound with that spatial audio on. It sounds so good. I don't know why you'd want to turn it off. Seriously, if you have any opportunity to listen to this firsthand with your own ears, you'll be blown away by that spatial audio. Now, another thing that I've been really impressed with is the companion app. This is quite simple, but it lets you do a hell of a lot more with the speaker's sound profile with full access to the equalizer. And to make it easier for those with absolutely no knowledge of audio equalization, Soundcore have provided a bunch of presets depending on what you're listening to. You've got the Soundcore signature, the voice enhanced, the treble boost, and the balanced. And you can choose to up the bass in each of the presets with the toggle at the top. Now this is the same key that's on the top of the unit itself, and when toggling it in the settings, it actually de-illuminates the bass boost on the actual speaker itself, which is really quite a nice touch. Now you can also customize the equalization yourself too, and that sends that straight across to the speaker. And if you've got your own personal preference to how things should sound, this is great. But this app isn't just for changing equalization. You've also got a few options in here, such as the ability to turn on and off the LDAC mode, which makes the audio sound fantastic if you've got an Android device to play that from. Bear that in mind, you won't see this option if you're using an iPhone. But there is a trade-off when it comes to LDAC. The quoted battery life is 12 hours, but I believe that this number is the absolute maximum that you can get it to run for. And to do that, you probably need to be listening to the sounds of whispering ghosts at low volume. I think then and only then will it last the quoted amount of time that Soundcore say it will. Now, I think a more reasonable estimation of listening time, certainly at higher volume, you're going to get around 8 to 10 hours of use. But the trade-off of using the LDAC is that it lowers the playtime even further, hitting around the lower range point of about 8 hours of use. Now this is to be expected of course, but it's just worth noting if you're someone with the expectation that you'll be able to play high resolution trap music for your elderly neighbours at full volume for 12 hours straight off a single charge. Of course, you can always run connected to the power, and they've even included a USB-C port on the back of this, so it's going to be pretty much universally adaptable. Perhaps the only other thing to consider is that although the elegant and premium design is fantastic for both use around the home and outdoors, I think the full metal grille that wraps around the body might also have the effect of being slightly less durable than something with a rubberized shell. If this gets dropped from a good height, I think the metal body might suffer some deformation from the impact and end up with a few scratches or dents here and there. Although this is completely speculatory because I don't actually want to test this, given that I actually really love this speaker and want to use it for myself. So I'd rather not drop it just in case. But it is rugged all the same because it's a solid metal build, so count that theory as a theory rather than a given fact. But even still, it's because of this design that makes it stand out from the crowd, and ultimately it's what's got me loving it, and not just the incredible sound quality that it has. I love the fact that despite being a portable device, Soundcore haven't compromised on making this a really premium aesthetic, whilst also being completely waterproof at the same time, and not just waterproof to little splashes, but complete submersion like you saw at the start. And what makes it even more impressive is the price. Its RRP is just £199, which I think is unbeatable value for the quality that you're getting, and you can occasionally get it for even cheaper during sales. So click the link below and make sure that you check out its current price, because it may end up surprising you. Now, in my eyes, the level of quality, the premium aesthetic, the full waterproof nature, and the price of this speaker makes this quite possibly one of the best mid-sized portable speakers that you can buy right now, if not the best. I know that might seem like a bold statement, but one that I think this speaker deserves. What do you think? Guys, I'll be sticking around for the next hour or so replying to all of your comments, so make sure you drop a hi down there and let me know what you think of the Soundcore Motion X600 speaker. And if you aren't already, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe button to see more from me. We've got a ton of really fun stuff coming in the next few months, so stay tuned for that. And guys, I will see you back for another episode of STU'S Reviews soon.